Executive Senior Sales Director, Lindsay Freisthler, coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. And I just have to say, what an honor, what a privilege to be asked to speak to this amazing group. Wow, Ignite has been such a blessing to me and my unit over these past couple of years. So to be able to participate in Ignite the Reds, I'm just beyond honored and humbled and thrilled. And I pray that something that I say today can bless you in your Mary Kay journey. So I know that these videos are geared towards, helping you gain and equip yourself with the tools to become a red jacket. However, I'll be totally honest that I believe that the skills of this business are very simple. And I know that your sales director can equip you with the tools to get into red. Honestly, one of my favorite things I've ever heard in Mary Kay is that it's not magical, it's mathematical. And on average, we know that 1 in 5 people who we share with will join. And so really, truly, if you want to be in your red jacket, go hold 15 sharing appointments or interviews or pink possibility chats or whatever you choose to call them, my friends. That's how you get in red, right? But so I'm going to talk to you about all the other things behind the scenes that I think will really, really encourage you and just give you that oomph that sometimes you just might need to put some gas in the tank. I want to start off with a couple of stories because I feel like stories stick with you. And this is one of the reasons why I will never miss a Mary Kay event anytime I have the opportunity to be in a space of people who are where I want to be, or just the opportunity to grow. I love that Mary Kay was such a big proponent that school is never out for the pro. One of the things I've taken away from so many events are stories. And so I'm just going to tell you a couple of stories of the power of one. And so let me tell you about the power of one red jacket. 14 years ago, speaking of reds, there was a red jacket named Brittany Jenks. Some of you might know her, number 1 in North America right now. No big deal. Soon to be national sales director. She came in to a restaurant to go out to eat. And I just so happened to be blessed to be her server. Before I got my name out of my mouth, she said, I just earned a Mary Kay career card. Isn't that awesome? And it was like literally sitting right here, right outside of the window. So I could see it. And I was like, okay, wow. Didn't need to say my name yet. And so she did what any good red jacket would do. And she offered me her business card. She didn't just offer me her business card though. She said, I would love to offer you a free facial and makeover. What's your name? And what's the best number where I can reach you? So she wrote down my name and number. And just like a good DIQ, she called me the very next day to see when I had a free hour to do that facial that she had promised me. And I told her, well, I'm off work today. And so she got her butt in her car and she drove her butt right on over to my house. She was at my house like an hour later after that phone call. We did the facial. And at the end, she's like, have you ever thought about doing something like this? I think you'd be great. And I was like, no, I haven't. And she's like, well, and I think she said, have you ever thought about doing something like this? No, because I hadn't sat around and daydreamed. What would it be like to be a Mary Kay consultant, right? And she goes, well, I think you'd be great. What do you think? And I don't remember if that was the exact question because it was 14 and a half years ago. I do remember her saying, have you ever thought about this? And then telling me, I think you'd be great. So I signed up on the spot simply because of a business card exchange. I'm so grateful, y'all. First, I want to tell you, if you've ever gotten caught up in worrying about what people might think about you, if you should offer out your business card or if you should offer them some pampering, I want you to think nothing changes when someone says no. Okay, think about that. If you don't ask someone, nothing happens, right? So if you ask someone and they say no, nothing happens, right? So nothing changes when someone says no. You didn't lose a limb. Thank goodness you don't lose limbs every time someone says no in Mary Kay, right? I would be limbless. I'd be sitting here as a bob, bobbing, just a body with no limbs, right? Seriously. So nothing changes when someone says no, but so much can change when someone says yes. And so I'm so grateful. She wasn't so caught up on what I might think about her that if she hadn't offered me that business card, because she was so worried about what I may think, that my life would be forever changed. And so I'm so grateful, so grateful. So I want you to remember, it's not about you. Sharing this opportunity is not about you. Now, granted, it can help you get the beautiful red jacket. You know, it can help you get a promotion. It can help you earn bonuses. It can help you move up the career path. So of course there's something in it for you, but it's not about you. Sharing the opportunity is about what it can do for the person that you're sharing with. And you never know. You never know. So I like to call that the power of one business card. Y'all, let me tell you a couple more stories about the power of one. One business card exchange changed my life, right? One fishbowl name. How many of you have used fishbowls before? Facial boxes, you know, you set them out at like a nail salon or a tanning salon or a Subway or a gym. So I'm thinking of places I've put them for. And they just say on them, enter here to win a free facial or pampering session or whatever, right? So this girl dropped her name in my fishbowl. And so I called her and I said, you're one of my lucky winners. Of course, everyone is one of. That's why you say you're one of my lucky winners. In case like two best friends both put their names in and you call them both, they were both one of the lucky winners, right? And so this girl was one of my lucky winners. So she came to my condo and we did a facial together. Well, at this time I was living with Brittany. This is when I was a consultant and Brittany was my new director. And we were best friends. We were living together. In walks the door, and it's this girl, Randy, who Brittany went to high school with. And Brittany was like, Randy, hey girl. Well, Randy was at our condo to do a facial with me because I had the fishbowl out and I called and offered Randy the facial. So Randy came and did a facial with me and Randy joined my team. So let me pause and backtrack a little bit and ask you, have you asked everyone in your life if they would be interested in getting a complimentary facial with you? Because if not, like, I want you to imagine if you would see someone that you graduated high school with, or one of your friends that you go to church with, or one of your neighbors in your neighborhood. What if she walked into an event on another beauty consultant's arm simply because you didn't offer, right? Now, here's the deal. Randy was meant to be put in my path, and you're about to hear why. And so Brittany wasn't upset. I mean, heck, I was on her team and I was about to earn a car and go into DIQ. So she was okay with me facialing Randy, but she did say, I never asked. And so Randy joined my team. She placed a qualified order. She had a launch party and then she fell off the face of the earth. She disappeared. She stopped answering my calls. I was like, where did you go? So y'all, if you haven't had anyone join your team and then quit on you, or join your team and do nothing, it's going to happen. And I don't say that to discourage you. I tell you that so that you know you're not alone. Oh my goodness. If I could tell you the amount of people, you know, you cannot take responsibility for what somebody else does or does not do. Okay. It's not you, huh? Oh, I was about to say, it's not you, homie. That's the real Lindsay coming out, by the way. Anyway. Okay, so a couple years later, we did this welcome back promotion and Randy joins my team again. And she does a qualifying order and she does another launch party and then she quits again. But at that second launch party, there was a girl there named Stephanie. Stephanie joined her team. She joined Randy's team. Stephanie worked with Heather. Heather joined Stephanie's team, who then recruited Pam, her cousin. Pam today, right now, is earning her second career car, her first Premier Club car, and has been one of my Offspring sales directors for almost 4 years. Y'all, and this is all from a fishbowl name, one fishbowl name back in 2009 from a girl who quit on me twice. Yep, my first Offspring sales director, earning her second car. Been in business 6 years from a fishbowl name, from a girl who quit twice 13 years ago. That name was put in that fishbowl, right? Now, you want to know what's even crazier from that? Pam, my Offspring sales director, last year around this time, insisted that I meet this man that she knew. She was like, Lindsay, he'd be perfect for you. I'm like, Pam, what up? No. I kept telling her no. Finally, just to shut her up, I was like, okay, Pam, fine. I'll meet him. Met him. And guess who just went ring shopping recently? Me and the man that she introduced me to. So the power of one fishbowl name from a girl who quit twice led to a free car driving offspring sales director. And oh my goodness, has that blessed her life and enabled her to leave a 2-decade-long teaching career to be able to stay at home to raise her miracle babies, but has now then also led to my future husband. What? Y'all, the power of one. Mm-hmm. And so I tell you that because I think sometimes, sometimes if you don't see results right now, it can be a little discouraging, right? I want to remind you that the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Y'all, I was in business for 2 years before I became a director. I was a director for 5 years before I earned a pink Cadillac. And that pink Cadillac was on my goal poster from day one. Now, here's the great part. I earned 3 other cars on the way to earning that pink Cadillac. So I wasn't making car payments, not a bad booby price, right? But it wasn't the goal that I had on my goal poster. 5 years to earn a pink Cadillac. It took me 7 years as a director to develop my first offspring. It took me 11 years to complete my first Circle of Excellence year. 12 years to become $1 million sales director. And so I tell you that because I think sometimes you see where we are now, and you might think you might only know Lindsay Freisthler as $1 million sales director, not as a brand new director, asking myself, what's wrong with me? Why can't I develop an offspring sales director? Why can't I earn a pink Cadillac, right? And so that brings me to my next point, that you are where you are based on where you believe you deserve to be, my friends. You are where you are based on where you believe that you deserve to be. You see, as a consultant, I was really great at selling this product, but I remember I would look at the directors standing up at the front of an event, leading an event, and think, I don't know that I could do that. I don't know that I could lead a team of women. I don't know that I could lead an event. I don't know that I have it in me. Instead of telling myself the story, because y'all think about this. If something hasn't happened yet, you're making up a story, right? And so if you're going to make up stories, you might as well make up good ones. Yeah. And so instead of telling myself this story of, I don't know that I could lead an event. I don't know that I could lead women. I don't know that I could be a free car driver. I don't know that I could be a pink Cadillac director. Instead, I asked, why not? Instead of, can I do that? How can I? Thank you, Callie DeBlander Brigham, for that beautiful thought. Not can I, but how can I? If they can do it, I can do it, right? So I just changed my thinking. If they can do it, I can do it. And I want you to know, if I can do it, I promise you can do it. But it's all right here. The difference between where you are right now and where you want to be is where you believe that you deserve to be. Every time I've reached a new quantum leap in my business, it's because I finally shifted my thinking from just putting it on a goal poster to believing that I could. There's the difference. I believed that I could. And so many times there were goals that on paper didn't look like they were going to happen. I remember when I wanted to earn my first career car, I had 0 people on my team, 0, a big fat goose egg. It was February, the beginning of February. And I remember going to an event and Senior National Sales Director Brenda Siegel was there, and who has since retired. She's an emeritus now. I think that's right. But she told me, I went to her and I said, tell me what to do. I want to earn a car. I want to become a director. I had just graduated from college a couple months before and decided I wanted to pursue Mary Kay instead of my degree. When I joined, I told my director and my recruiter that I was never going to do Mary Kay for a career because I was getting a degree and I was way too good for Mary Kay. Never say never. And I'm so glad that they didn't choose to not work with me because I was a brat. right? You never know. You never know when someone's circumstance might change. And so she told me that if I would just go do this formula, that I could earn a car and become a director. So I said, tell me what to do and I'll do it. Have you ever felt like that? If somebody would just tell you what to do, you would do it. So she said, okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go do 30 full circle faces. 30 full circle faces. So not just putting product on faces, but sharing the product to sell, rebooking them, sharing the opportunity with them, taking time to have an intentional conversation with them about the opportunity. So selling, rebooking, and sharing the opportunity. 30 full circle faces. 10 intentional team building conversations. Intentional, meaning like I wasn't just doing these team building conversations to mark 10 off of like to do check, 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 check. Okay, I did 10. No, 10 intentional conversations, like people who I wanted to work with, people that I was giving the information to, and actually having an intentional conversation about them joining my team and sharing my goals with them, enrolling them in my goals. She said, if you'll do 30 faces, intentional for full circle faces, 10 intentional interviews, whatever you want to call those, team building conversations, and 1,000 wholesale, which I did way more than that just from my sales. If you do that for 6 months consistently, you'll be either on your way to driving a free car or you will be driving a free car already. So I figured, hey, I think she had earned 18 cars at that time and was a multimillionaire in Mary Kay. If you've never heard this piece of advice, I'm going to share with you, don't take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with. So like if you're a brand new consultant, don't ask your girlfriend who's a brand new consultant who's never earned a car how to earn a car, because she hasn't done it yet, right? You ask someone who's been where you are. And so I asked a multimillionaire in Mary Kay who had earned 18 cars, how do I earn a career car? And so she told me that. My 30 faces, my 10 team building conversations, my personal 1,000 wholesale. So I was leading by example. Don't you know, 3 months later, I went from having 0 active team members. This was February. I added 5 that month and went on target for my car. 3 months, end of April, free car driver. See how that could mean you right now could have 0 active team members. By the end of March, you could be on target for your car, your 5 active team members, your 5,000 wholesale. And then that means on May 31st, you could be a new career car driver. Yep, from 0 to free car. 3 months time is what that took following that formula. I'm like, well, clearly this works. So she said, go do it for 6 months. So I kept doing it. So I did it for 3 more months. Don't you know, at the end of that 3 months, I debuted as an independent sales director the week of my 23rd birthday. And so literally 6 months from the moment she told me that, she said, go do that for 6 months, I had earned my career car and I was a new sales director. That same week of my 23rd birthday, I quit my job and I never looked back. And Mary Kay has been my full-time source of income ever since. As of this summer, that will be 13 years ago. And I'm so happy to say, I love July. July is an awesome month at Mary Kay. It's the month where we get to celebrate all of our accomplishments. You go to seminar, you celebrate all of your year-end accomplishments. July also happens to be my birthday month. July was the month I finished DIQ and quit my job the week of my 23rd birthday. I'm so pleased to tell you that last July, the week of my 35th birthday, I was able to close on a home that I built as a single woman with only Mary Kay income. Now, also the grace of God, let me be clear, but as a single woman with only Mary Kay income, I was able to do that with my Mary Kay business from following that same formula that I learned 13 years ago. Truly, such a blessing. I'm so grateful that in Mary Kay, Mary Kay Ash always used to say, if you have an idea and I have an idea, we both have one idea. If we share them, now we both have 2. And so honestly, when I got on here today, I had planned to talk to you about emotional resiliency, which I will tell you, when national sales directors were polled, they said that was the #1 character trait that they felt like it took to possess to become a national sales director. Emotional resiliency, bounce back ability. How do you react when life happens? See, that's the thing. Life is going to happen. How do you choose to react to it? Think about our number one example of emotional resiliency, y'all. Mary Kay Ash. Her husband died. Her business partner, her husband, her love, died 1 month to the day before they were supposed to open up this dream company. Everyone told her lawyer, her financial advisor, everyone told her that she should just count her losses and just cut ties and just give up on this vision and on this company that she and her husband had created together. And she said, no, I believe in what we've created, and I believe in the fact that it's going to change lives. And y'all, I think everybody would have understood had she not, right? Everyone would have understood if she would have just curled up into the fetal position and to a ball in her office and did nothing. Everybody would have understood that. But she knew that she was called to change lives. And so think about emotional resiliency. Instead of feeling sorry for herself, she instead took her energy and focused on others and how she could be a blessing to others. And I think about that now, the fact that, God rest her soul, she passed in 2001. I didn't even get introduced to this company until 2007. So to think that because she chose to be emotionally resilient and she chose to keep going, even when everybody in the world would have understood if she wouldn't have. The choices that she made have now forever changed my life and have forever changed the lives of several women who I'm connected to and have now introduced me to my future husband. Y'all, what you do matters. There are people out there whose dreams are connected to yours. Your decision to not quit, your decision to not give up, your decision to keep going, even when you don't see the fruit. Remember, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Your decision to not give up, other people's dreams are attached to yours, my friend. And so, in closing, I just want to encourage you to protect your thoughts and to remember that you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. And so who are you allowing to speak into your life? I want you to think about it like this. Politicians, and this is not going to get political, don't worry. Politicians will spend millions of dollars campaigning with the thought to brainwash the way you think, right? That's the goal. They spend millions of dollars to put out campaigns because they want you to think the way that they think, right? Super Bowl commercials, 30-minute commercials. Companies will spend millions of dollars. Why? They want to capture your thoughts. They want to grab a hold of that, right? If people are willing to spend millions of dollars to brainwash the way that you think, doesn't it make sense to brainwash yourself for free? Think about it like this. Your brain, your subconscious mind is what gives power to your thoughts and to your words. It operates 24/7, whether you realize it is or not, even while you're sleeping. It doesn't know the difference between what's true and what's false. It only knows what you tell it. So you can brainwash yourself for free. And so whatever follows the words I am will become you. So when I wanted to earn that career car and I had 0 people on my team, you know what I started telling people? I am a free car driver with Mary Kay. I am an independent sales director with Mary Kay. I am a pink Cadillac sales director. I am a top trip sales director. I am a $1 million sales director, even when there was no evidence on paper. Because, the God I serve says that he can do exceedingly abundantly more than all I could even ask for or imagine. And so when I finally realized that, Sometimes we ask for a red jacket or we ask for a car. He could deliver us a dealership, my friends. And so I pray for Ephesians 3:20 kind of blessings over your life, that God will do exceedingly abundantly more than all you could ask for, think, or imagine, according to his power that is at work within you. So I'm going to leave you with this today, my friends. When you pair belief, when you believe that you can, and if I can do it, you can do it, I promise you that. When you pair belief with action, you will be unstoppable, my friends. So I pray that this blessed you today. I do have a little bit of what I call self-diagnosed ADD. So I didn't follow, honestly. I was like, I don't want to read off of a script. So I just wanted to share with you what was on my heart today. And so I pray that something that I share can bless you in your journey. And just know you're going to look so good in red. But my friends, you would look even better in blue. I'm cheering you on every step of the way. I'll see you at the top. God bless.